Diary of a Girl presents my Perfectly Imperfect Morning Routine. It seems like everyone on their socials and their aunt have the most perfect morning routine that will make them seize the day, have so much energy throughout, and come away millionaires by the end of it. But for me, I'm mainly just bloody happy that I've managed to make it to another day. But for me today, my routine is a little bit different. You might be thinking to yourself, now Lydia, why the hell are you wearing some shorts that make you look like Oliver Twist? And is it me, or do my knees look like two budgies having a conversation with each other? Well, here's how my routine is a little different today. Well, normally my morning is spent by jumping straight on my phone. And while every single person on social media who's a go-getter and sees life kind of person will tell you that's the last thing you should do, well, I'm going to do it bloody anyway. And I'm going to do it until I've compared myself to every single person on that app and come away feeling bad about my life. But today I'm going to do something different. Since apparently it's now hotter than my life has ever been in the UK, which is around 27 degrees, well, today I actually need to jump out of bed and get straight out for a dog walk. And that means actually getting the exercise that I've been promising myself that I would do first thing in the morning. But do I ever do it? No, 100% I do not. But this morning we need to get the dogs out, as otherwise they're going to spend the whole entire day bullying me. And yes, apparently I'm so far down the pecking order that even my dogs think they're more important than I am. And while I'm getting dragged along like a husband going out shopping with his wife, I'm actually really excited to be out the house and out in the sunshine. And this is where I tell myself that, you know what, I'm going to make a change to my perfectly imperfect morning routine. I might get up every morning and take the dogs out for a walk first thing. But will I do it? No, of course I bloody won't. It's more likely that I'll probably win a Nobel Prize in physics than it ever will be that I would actually get out first thing in the morning and take my dogs for a walk. It's probably a good thing that I have two of the most laziest dogs in the world who hate the morning as much as I do. But I mean, at least I can do it once in a blue moon. And no, I'm not talking about the moon when I get out of the shower and there's been no hot water. But finally, we're back home and it's time for the rest of my morning routine. The first part of my perfectly imperfect morning routine is looking around my bedroom at the absolute state of it. And when I say that my bedroom is the perfect metaphor for how my life is going, absolute disaster, things bloody everywhere, and wondering what the hell has gone on here. Again, a perfect metaphor for how my life is. And you would think by now, by the age of 29, I'd be able to keep my room tidy and not have things absolutely everywhere. Well, yeah, you would think it, but I definitely don't. And so I do the mature adult thing. Take a look at it, and then walk straight out of the room. I tell myself I'll deal with that sometimes later. But of course, I've been saying that for the past 3 weeks now. The next part to my perfectly imperfect morning routine is to head into the bathroom, which is a place that I truly love, as it's very serene, tranquil. We don't have too many things out on the side. Try and keep it really simplistic and not have too much stuff absolutely everywhere. Yeah, don't worry, I am being sarcastic. And yes, those are dog's treats on the side. Now here's where my morning routine often changes. Do I remember to brush my teeth every single morning? No, I do not. Do I do my skincare every single morning? No. No, I do not. Do I brush my hair every... No, you get the picture. You get the picture, okay? A lot of the times it changes day to day. Why? Because sometimes I forget. 2, sometimes I just cannot be bothered. Or 3... I don't know what the third option is, to be truthfully honest with you. It's just effort. And as today I'm doing something that I don't usually do very often, I'm actually going to leave the house, which means I need to wash my hair. So the first step is sticking in some rosemary oil into my hair, because my hyperfixation at the moment is that I'm balding and have a hairline like my father, which means one day going to work and never coming back. And one thing that alarms me is the fact that it looks like mold at the bottom of my rosemary oil. But seeing as I'm a rich, successful and abundant girly, which means I'm broke AF, I'm going to do what I do with every single one of my problems, ignore it and hope that it goes away. The first thing I'm going to do is tackle the front of my hairline and then run it the whole way through my hair, in hopes that it will keep that small voice away in the back of my head that keeps telling me that I'm balding. And finally, with all the oils in, my hair is pretty much looking how it looks day 3 of not washing my hair. I then quickly put some in my eyebrows in hopes that maybe it might make them grow a tiny bit, as I've got thin 90s eyebrows, which I like to think makes me look like Pamela Anderson. But really, it looks like a child's gone in on my face with a pencil and just drawn a line for eyebrows like they do on stickmen. Finally, the hair is all oiled and my ring pulls my hair and hurts me more than my last breakup. It's then time for a quick hair massage, and of course this massage doesn't end with a happy ending, because it's not that type of massage. But finally, it's time to move on to the next part of my self-care routine. And as I pull my hair back into a ponytail, which means the girl's about to get real serious, it's time for the main part of the morning routine. Brushing my teeth. Again, I would like to say I'm able to do this every single morning, but this is why my morning routine is so perfectly imperfect, because sometimes I just can't eat beef. But this morning, I'm in desperate need of it, as last night I had such a garlicky dinner that if I don't brush my teeth, I'll be able to wipe out a herd of wildebeest. And then it's time for a quick bit of teeth whitening, which, much like my shorts, makes me feel like an Elizabethan person who's not been able to access any dental care. And here's where absolute disaster strikes. Apparently, I'm one of the most messiest teeth brushes known to man. And as I'm using my purple teeth whitening product, I end up getting it all over my brand new white t-shirt. Why is it that when you're wearing anything white, every single thing that's messy and dirty seems to be attracted to you for some strange reason? Which ironically is much like my dating life, which means quickly taking off my top and giving it a quick wash, as otherwise I will never be able to wear this t-shirt ever again. Honestly, I'm an absolute disaster of a human being. Then it's time to head back into my room and pull out all the hair that seems to be falling out of me, as apparently I'm molting more than my dogs at the moment, before getting changed into something a little bit more comfortable. But not before sneezing my absolute brains out, because the longest relationship I've ever had is with my hay fever. Finally time to grab my water and head downstairs, as I promised myself that I'll make sure I drink around 2 litres of water today, when really the reality is I'll drink about half a litre and then completely forget about it for the rest of the day, and then wonder why around 5 PM that I'm having an out-of-body experience. And finally it's time to actually head downstairs, armed with a load of laundry, which is roughly as big as the bags under my eyes currently. And after nearly throwing myself down the stairs by propelling the laundry bag too far forward, it's then time to put it in the laundry machine and then completely forget about it for the rest of the day, where after washing it, it will sit there for about 3 to 5 working days and then will have to be washed all over again. And then it's finally time to actually make myself some breakfast. And by that, I'll quickly make myself some oats, put them in the microwave, and then completely forget about them for the next few hours. That's of course after making a giant mess, which is worse than my financial situation at the moment. But with the help of my best hoovers in the world, it's easy to tidy it up. Then of course, as it's a Wednesday today, it's time for the window man.
Oh my god.
Honestly, I haven't seen anything jump like that since I last jumped into my last relationship. Then it's finally time for the part of my perfectly imperfect morning routine that I manage to do consistently every single day. That's sit doom scrolling through my phone and wasting away most of my morning. But finally, after half an hour, I managed to drag myself away from my FYP, which is mainly filled with people cleaning carpets and trimming their gardens. And it's time for the next part of my perfectly imperfect morning routine, which is making sure that I do some affirmations. The reason for this is because I have one of the meanest heads known to man. I'm talking meaner than my year 3 teacher. I'm now trying to train it like a puppy and try and make it more positive and actually believe in myself, because I think if Peter Pan can believe in Tinkerbell, then I can believe in myself. But sometimes that feels like we're more likely to find out fairies exist than that ever happening. But I always make sure that I do this for my perfectly imperfect morning routine, because I feel like sometimes starting your morning off positive can always make your day positive. And after telling myself consistently that I'm beautiful, I'm funny, I'm intelligent, good things are happening to me, it's probably likely that in the next few minutes I'll stand up, go to get my breakfast that I'd completely forgotten about at around 1 o'clock, and stub my toe. Because that's pretty much what my life is exactly like.
Abundance and prosperity. Attract abundance and prosperity.
But really, I have about £5 in my bank account. But apparently, living in the world of Delulu is going to help me manifest everything that I've ever wanted. So I don't know what the hell's going on, because really I've been living a delusional life ever since I was born. But finally, after finishing my affirmations, it's time for a quick meditation, which usually is just me sitting there for 10 minutes thinking about the time that I wet myself at a work do, and every single thought that I've ever had about all the embarrassing things I ever do come racing to my head. But apparently that's meant to help my mental health, so I'm going to keep doing it anyway. And then after that, it's remembering that I made my breakfast about 2 hours ago and eating some cold porridge. And that is my perfectly imperfect morning routine. It might not be for everyone, but it's perfectly perfect to me.